Lex Luthor, Morgan Snickeroo. So much soul about to bust out the room. All different flavors, way more than 32. From these shoes, you can't mess with these dudes. Nike Reeboks, about to sock the knees. Golden Goose is on dude. Lex Luthor, Morgan Snickeroo. So much soul about to bust out the room. All different flavors, way more than 32. From these shoes, you can't mess with these dudes. Nike Reeboks, about to sock the knees. Golden Goose is on dude.
What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Soul Brothers, hosted by yours truly, Flex Luthor, and none other than Morgan Snickeroo. Today, guys, we are blessed with a guest. What's up? What's new? And how you feeling, my guy?
What's going on, everybody? It is Terrell, aka Minty, aka the T Guy. I go by a couple different aliases and names, but you guys might all just recognize me as the guy who makes tea on the internet. So, thank you guys for having me.
Absolutely,
Man, that is
absolutely.
we are so happy to have you on here. For those who don't know, Minty and I, we both live in Indy, and we run into each other. We ran into each other when I was at Castleton Square Mall, and so I figured just getting you on here was going to be just a matter of time because even though I'm a sneaker guy, or I was a sneaker guy on TikTok, a sneaker guy in real life, and you're a T guy. I would peep some of the shoes you were wearing in a lot of your TikTok videos. So with that, we're going to get into that in a little bit. I'm getting a little ahead of myself. First, we're going to start with what we wore today. So Flex, you want to go first?
Yes. So today was first day back to school. Forest Green 14s. No, for my daughter, man. Chill.
Oh, okay.
Chill. So yeah, today I went with the Forest Green 14s. Yeah, man. Why not? That's all I
gotta
say.
take mine off still.
What? Your shoes?
Man, I don't know about you. Like, yeah, the kids starting in like halfway through August is crazy because like out here, the kids started like 2, 3, 4 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's crazy. Yeah, like they started a month ago, but they also get out. They get out before Memorial Day, I think.
Wow, that's what it's like in March.
No, Memorial Day is in May.
Okay, I'm sorry. I knew it was one of them memes, but
Yeah. All right. I wore Shattered Backboards. This is the newest release.
Really?
I hit on like the reservation. Yeah, like the reservation on Sneakers app.
okay.
And so in between tennis lessons, I had to drive to the Fashion Mall in Keystone and pick these up and then go back to teaching tennis. So, Minty, what'd you wear today?
Bro, you got to find you a nice vintage Harley Davidson t-shirt to go with them.
I know, right?
It wouldn't be bad.
I am wearing some of my favorites, really. It's a collaboration sneaker. It's the Cactus Plant Flea Market Overgrown.
I like it.
It's a collaboration with Nike. They are Air Forces. But, yeah, everybody calls them the Grinch shoes.
Yeah.
But, yeah, these are some of my favorite.
So when you wear those, because like Indianapolis is not known for the sneaker scene, right? Like when you wear those, like what's the response you're getting from people?
Grinch. A lot of people get the Grinch. People ask me where I got them from. I found these at Grail's in Castleton, which is funny because that's where we ran into each other for the first time. And then, I honestly, with these kind of shoes, it's one of them things where you can tell, like, conversations or comments are being made without you being included. You can tell people are like, dang, what has he got on? And if somebody catches me, if I catch somebody staring, they'll either say, I like your shoes, or they ask me what they are. But that's the kind of shoe that I like is one that's really a conversation piece and kind of get people's attention.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, one of our favorite things about sneakers is like how it leads into actual human interactions, right? Those are fire. I don't think we've had those on the show yet. First things first, man, you've recently gone through a name change, right? So like when I followed you, you were going by Minty Bongwater, and you were like, at the time it was people would comment, can you make a melon hibiscus tea? And then you would put it together and,
That actually sounds good.
That does sound good, doesn't it? And you put it together, and people loved it, right? But you've recently gone through a name change. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so, okay. I might have to dial back a little bit to even get to that point, but I'll make it semi-quick. When I first started making TikToks, it was just random TikToks. Like, none of them had any niche or any, like, end goal or anything. It was just me using, like, the crazy effects that make your mouth look big, like voicing over. Like, I was really more like using TikTok the way a TikTok consumer would, like doing dance trends and so on. And so my name was Minty Bongwater because I wanted, back when TikTok really first started during 2020, it was kind of like the MySpace days where, like, the crazier your name was, the more attention it would kind of get.
Right.
I didn't do it with any intention of becoming a content creator. I had worked at Costco at the time. I was a 5 or 6 year Costco employee working in a hearing aid department. And so my name was Minty Bongwater. I'm making random videos, and I made a video sharing my love for plants and just earthy things, and woke up the next day. I had 26 followers when I went to sleep that night, and it's really like friends, family, people I went to high school with.
Yeah.
I woke up the next day and had 14.2K or like 14.6K, and that video just blown up. No, for real.
Yeah.
And me being like the business opportunist that I am, I'm like, dude, this is a platform. Anything over 10K is a platform.
Yeah.
Really, I mean, and that's what it is now. I mean, now if you have anything or even around 5K, you can get in. But so I'm like, man, I could make something from this. So we fast forward a little bit to here, and now, you know, I share my love for tea. I own a loose leaf tea company. We have like different flavors like mango hibiscus. We have a pineapple ginger. We have a pineapple dragon fruit. We have one that's called carrot cake. It's got like dehydrated carrots and ginger and vanilla and so on. And I have just started to notice that between me blowing up and becoming more of an actual influencer, I've surpassed 1.9 million on TikTok. I'm at 1 million on Instagram, 500,000 on Facebook, like 50K on Twitter. I've started to notice that my name has started to strike the algorithm in a way that is not so savory.
Right.
And I've noticed that they have started to, Meta in general has started to completely shut down and wipe out cannabis content creators. Shout out to my friend Koala Puffs, my friend Jungle K. I've noticed, you know, even with my friend Koala Puffs, for instance, her content, they continue to shut her Instagram down anytime they see her, you know, breaking anything down or smoking anything. And I've just noticed that between me having a beverage company, a drinkable beverage company, and with where I'm going as an influencer, it's almost kind of like just growing up a little bit and like dropping the name that started out to going into fun and now just kind of embracing a little bit more of a mature side of myself that can be mentioned in a lawyer's office or a dentist's office, or you know, some up tops that are up at Disney or Nike, or somebody that might have been a little turned off at the name of Bongwater in the name. Now it's me completely switching over to having the niche of tea, and this is still who I am, being Minty, but incorporating the tea into the name and just making it all a little bit more family friendly. You know, I still might do like a little, you know, cannabis content here and there, but for the most part, my niche has really gone down to just doing tea and sharing my love for tea on the internet. And so I felt like it was just the best decision to make. And to be honest with you, I still don't necessarily want to let go of it. I'm still Minty Bongwater. on Facebook. It's almost like right now I'm conducting an experiment. So my TikTok right now is Minty the Tea Guy. My Instagram is Call Me Minty, and my Facebook is Minty Bone. And I'm just right now analyzing everything, all of the numbers and stuff to see exactly where the algorithm is placing my content, just to make sure that I'm not necessarily making the wrong move, but I guess we'll just kind of see where things go. So it's right now it's kind of on a pause to either potentially come back or make the switch forever. But in terms of like getting big deals and stuff, I do think that it's ultimately the best decision, you know?
Yeah, for sure. I like the name change, because I mean, your content is as family friendly as it gets, I think. Whether it was making the different types of teas, or it was, you used to do these videos where it was like, oh, you're anxious, like, here's a plant, here's a plushie, like, try this tea, like, so I like the name. But when I saw you, and one of the reasons I followed more than just because I like tea, but like, I mean, you are deep into it. So I'm like, Earl Grey, I'm good. But I noticed that you would have on like different sneakers. That's always the thing that I realize, or I notice about people and their content. So like, tell us a little bit about what kind of sneakers you like to wear, like, especially when you're making content.
Yeah. So to be honest with you, a lot of my money, as far as where my fashion is, it goes into my jewelry and my shoes.
Yeah.
I don't mind going to Walmart. I'll get a 6-pack of black t-shirts or some beaters during the summer.
Yeah.
And maybe like a patterned pair of jeans from like Forever 21 or really wherever, bro.
Yeah.
So really a lot of where I want people to look is my shoes. I feel like my shoes and my jewelry is where I feel like my statements and what I like about fashion is. So it's almost like the same way, and I'm sure you guys can relate to this a million %, is the same way you would have a certain art piece in your living room or, in your sitting room when people come in. That's what you kind of want them to notice and pay attention to, get a conversation started. I feel like a man's shoe is almost like a woman's purse. Like it just tells you a lot about.
I like that.
it tells you a lot about what they're into. If they're willing to sacrifice a little comfort for the sake of fashion, or if they're willing to make sure that comfort kind of goes hand in hand with fashion, or so on. So yeah, I like to treat my shoes like different art pieces. I love collaboration sneakers. Anytime somebody works together and works with a silhouette of something that already exists but puts their own spin on it. So I really appreciate Crocs for that reason, Chuck Taylors. And then I've really, really started to appreciate Nike recently. I wasn't necessarily that big of a Nike Air Force fan up until, I started paying attention to who they collaborate with and what exactly they're doing. So, that's really where my love for shoes started. And to be honest with you guys, it didn't really start until maybe 2 years ago. I mean, I might have like maybe 20 or 30 pairs of shoes, but it's all about the shape of them or the texture, or what kind of attention it'll get from people to be like, oh wow, he wears different shit.
For sure. Sure.
When you talk about how large your following is, I'm trying to figure out a more professional way to say this, but how does it feel like having that many people, pretty much watching you, or commenting, talking, judging? I mean, I'm pretty sure you get a lot of engagement.
I'll put it this way. If I was in a auditorium or a stadium and it was full of that many people, even if it was just for one video, not even my following, but like I'm probably averaging, like, on Instagram, maybe 70 to 100,000 views a video. If I was in an auditorium and I had to make tea for even 10% of that many people,
yeah,
I would go cold and tingle all over and probably black out, bro.
No, I feel that. Like, I feel that.
Like,
yeah,
dead serious. So, now I think because I've been doing this since about 2021, and the moment I somewhat started, there was a large crowd. I won't say that I'm numb to it, because it still means so much. Like, these are like actual people and not numbers, and that trips me the hell out. It trips me out. But now I have guidelines kind of set for myself in order to not let stuff get to my head. Like, when I post a video, for example, I don't reply to comments for more than 30 minutes of video.
That's smart.
I reply to comments for 30 minutes of it. If somebody has something negative to say, I delete it immediately and I block them, because I don't want it to sit in my spirit for like too long, like before it actually like seeps in, because people can say some pretty gnarly stuff. Before I can even actually like process it, I just realize it's like negative or an attack. I just hurry up and delete it. I don't need that kind of energy in my life. And even if like I don't think like it's true, or if I don't think it's funny or whatever it is, it's still one of those things that can bother you if you read 15 to 30 of those a night. And everyone's levels of mental health might not necessarily be the same. So I know for some people, like when I'm not necessarily feeling too good, I could have 1,000 good comments, and then one or two bad comments can throw me off, and that's what I'm focused on. And so in order to not even give them the time of day and focus on people that are actually wishing me well or want to ask a question about tea, I just delete whatever negativity I see, and then anything else I really ignore. And then another good thing, I won't call it good, but it's like sometimes you got to let people fight in the comments amongst themselves.
Yeah.
Even if I don't say something, somebody who's a Minty fan is gonna possibly respond and say. And until people start getting disrespectful, like I'll just let them go at it. Once it gets too mean, I'll just delete the whole thread. It's like go find their page and argue with them on their posts. But like those 3 or 4 things really are like things that help me not let all of it get to me. The good, the bad. I have someone else who has my account information. They answer frequently asked questions and comments for me. So I'm not sounding like a broken record or like, dang, like why do people? Because at first I'm like, man, people ask this like. It's one person asking this one question every day, but it's like, dude, they might have never seen you before. They might have not seen the video where you explain that, or like, so from the digital standpoint of it, I think that it's, all of those steps are steps that I take to make sure it doesn't get to me. And then anytime I hit a new milestone or a number, I try to celebrate it with the people that helped me get there, whether it's like a tea or like the whole gold foil balloons where they're holding up the M. So it's like, you guys helped me get there, and so because of that, we're going to celebrate that together. It's just like, if y'all ever been to a Lil Wayne concert, he says thank you after every single song, and he always reminds his fans that he's not shit without them. And I think even for somebody who's been in the game for so long to like stay humble and to remind people that like they helped him get there regardless of how talented he is. It's kind of the big difference between him and other artists that I share a birthday with named Kanye. But anyway,
you bring up Kanye. One of the shoes that I saw a lot, and because I grew up a big Kanye West fan, and one of the shoes I think you would wear a lot was the Wave Runner. What is the relationship? What is your relationship with wearing the sneakers? And then, I mean, you're really big on positivity and mental health. Like, almost separating the man from the sneakers, or are you done with Yeezys altogether?
I've gotten rid of maybe 10 or 12 pairs, except for all of my really comfortable ones.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Like I said, me and Kanye West have the same birthday, bro. My dad told me that when I was like 10.
Yeah.
Like, bro, we were listening to All Falls Down in the car, and he like told me we had the same birthday. And ever since then, bro, I felt like we had. Bro, is there any artists y'all feel like y'all just have a connection with, even if you've never met them before?
It used to be Kanye West for me.
Yeah.
It used to be Kanye West. Yep.
Yeah.
It used to be Kanye.
What about you, Flex? I see you thinking.
I'm thinking, and I'm like,
he's from North Carolina, so probably like P.D. Pablo.
P. Pablo. I knew you were gonna say P.D. Pablo. It's not P.D. Pablo. I'm gonna be real with you. Nah, but I think it's more of just my upbringing and my background as far as childhood is I really wasn't raised to have connection with people per se. You know what I'm saying? I've always been taught to be my own person. So like even if I felt that connection within a person, it was kind of like I kind of distanced myself. Like, nah, I changed it up. You know, I've always done different stuff or stuff that wasn't, you know, on brand or trendy. That's always been me because I didn't want to be connected or like someone. But I'm trying to think, like, if there someone I can just like, I know I'm from North Carolina, but it just has nothing to do with it. But J. Cole, just because of like, what he says and his backstories, you know, his background with his mother and then his dad and stuff like that. And him technically kind of being in the streets, but not really a street dude. That I definitely connect with that because I mean I had my background, but like I really never felt like this is me. I was like, and I think it helped me get away from that lifestyle. But yeah, I say J. Cole.
For sure.
We're gonna J. Cole.
Yeah.
Good answer. Yeah, good answer. But yeah, man. So when all of that happened, it honestly, because I do find a lot of our. Not even a lot, but because I do resonate with some of his personality traits, some of the things he's done has been a lesson for me to not do.
Right.
One thing that Ye has done is he's gotten rid of everybody in his life that can check him.
Yeah.
He's gotten rid of, he only surrounds himself with yes men.
Yep.
And you see it, you've seen it with Cuddy, you've seen it with Big Sean, you've seen it with Chance the Rapper. Anytime anybody has something that they feel like they can edify with him, he doesn't want to hear it.
Yeah.
And even with his own fans, you know, it's almost like he feels like we need him more than the other way around.
Right.
And, you know, as much as there are elements of, you know, his influence, how great his influence has been, I just wish several things were done differently. And the only thing I can do is make sure that what I'm doing in my life, anything that we do that we might necessarily have in common, be it influence or a bunch of people looking at both, I just want to make sure that I'm always in a position to be checked, essentially.
Yeah.
I one of the things that's impressed me with you as far as your influencer. Do you like the term influencer? Do you want to
in this context? Yeah, I don't mind it at all.
Okay, so like as you've grown as an influencer, and you kind of touched on this when you said that you just instantly delete negative comments, but you've never had any sort of, at least none that I've seen, any sort of issue where it's like you've had to, you know, maybe have an apology for something you've said, or you just, you know, everything is maintained positive and like, you know, you treat people with respect. That's one of the reasons I wanted you on here, is because like that's just how you are. And when I saw you at Castleton, like you asked me if I wanted to get a picture together just because we knew each other, right?
Yeah, like, man. Yeah, I was geeked when I finally met you.
Because I'm not gonna lie, because I was looking at you, I was like, I know that's him, but like, I doubt he knows. I doubt that he knows that he follows me. And then like we locked eyes and you recognized instantly. It was cool.
Yeah.
So that's cool. I want to kind of go back because, you know, it's not every day that I get somebody on here who, probably grew up, you know, you grew up in the same area that I did. So like, I want to know, like, what was it like as far as like sneakers went growing up, like in high school and stuff like that? Because we're from the same area. I want to kind of compare your history to mine.
I was the kid who couldn't afford any of them, bro.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Couldn't afford none of them. In fact, when I was in elementary school, my shoes were beat up so bad that my teacher like recommended me to this program. And they like came and like donated a bunch of shoes to like me and my family, like brand new shoes.
Yeah.
Because we've always grown up, not, I wouldn't say necessarily like poor. Like we would, I mean, it'd be some months we'd have like the lights cut off and stuff like that. I mean, we didn't necessarily live in the best area or nothing like that. Fast forward to high school. Also, I have 4 siblings. And my dad didn't go back to school until way later on in life. So my dad was a custodian at Methodist Hospital.
Okay.
And my mom was a teacher at North Star Christian Academy.
Okay.
And so, you know, we did enough to kind of get by and pay bills. But as far as extras and buying shoes for 5 kids, Starberries, Stephen Berry's, like, bro, that was our place to go. We were heavy on Shaq's. Shaq's, Stephon Marbury. He was both of them really are like blessings to like the black community and like the youth and stuff. But that's what we were in. And then when like back to school season, they would do like the discount on the Forces or the Felines.
Yeah.
And we had an option to get one, and we would probably get 1 or 2 pairs of shoes a school season, and it would usually be somewhere between Forces or Felines or whatever shoe was at Walmart that didn't really have. I mean, like it was like if you couldn't find the logo on it, that was even better for us because it was just, you know.
Yeah.
So
are you a East Sider or a West Sider?
East Side.
East Side. Okay, I got you.
I went to Lawrence North High School, but right now I reside very close to Lawrence Central.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay. So you were, man, I can't even think about what Lawrence North, what's their, the Bears? Wildcats. Okay.
Yeah.
Lawrence Central's the Bears, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I'm a West Sider, so I live in Pike Township now, but I went to Brownsburg, so like way out West Side.
Yeah.
Yeah. Felines were pretty big in my childhood too, man. I had all the flavors, man. I had the little the strap top.
Yep.
You would get like 2 of them for like $69.99, man. That was the go-to. And to be real with you, man, I was younger at the time, so like shoes didn't matter to me until it mattered to me. Cause some things you don't really notice until like the other kid says it, you know, and it's like
yeah.
Oh, I got these on and you got those on. And you're like you think nothing of it, and then you kind of like then it all just kind of hits you like a train, and you're like, oh, okay. You know, because I would get the shoes and buy a video game and I'm good. I could care less about a pair of Nikes or Jordans.
Yeah.
Do y'all remember the cool gray wave of like 2010 or like 2000?
Yes.
Bro, took my entire school by storm. Everybody had cool grays, or they were called the cool grays or the wolf grays.
There was a wolf gray 5.
That and a pair of Levi's, bro. That's how you knew. That's how you knew.
What year did you graduate? What year did you graduate?
2012.
Okay, so I graduated 2 years before you did, so that makes sense. Those wolf gray 5s, those probably would have been out your senior year, your junior and senior year.
Yeah,
and that was a crazy time. Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. That time was crazy. And with like being at Indy, like Finish Line was everywhere. Like if there was a Foot Locker, there was going to be a Finish Line and a Champs. Like right down because
But hey, shout out to Sperry's too, bro.
Yeah,
those were some shoes that
was the time.
Those were some shoes I could afford. My mom wasn't mad about getting me some Sperry because they were like just some $60 older white man shoes.
Yeah,
everybody was wearing them.
With their elite socks,
everybody was wearing them.
Khaki pants and a polo. You good?
Yeah,
you good?
Look, couldn't tell nobody nothing.
You could go to Journeys. And get you some Sperry's, some Chucks, and like those Levi. They were Levi's, but they look like Chucks with the pocket on the side.
I had every flavor. I had every flavor.
I know you did. I know you did.
I know
low
exactly
top, high tops.
Yeah,
I had every flavor, man.
I remember me and my homeboy went to the mall. This was in Virginia. We went to the mall and he got a red pair and I got a black pair, and like, you know, you couldn't tell us anything.
Yeah, I had a pair, and again, it really was me just trying to be different because Chucks was the trend, and I was like, well, I'm not gonna get a pair of Chucks, but I'm gonna get these, and it was the Levi's that looked like Chucks, and it wasn't the best day. It wasn't the best day at school the next day. So, because once they seen the Levi on the side, like the red tag on the side, it was like, wait a minute, them ain't Chucks.
Like,
yeah, it's like, them ain't Chucks.
Shout out to my homie Wiz though. He was another sneaker influencer, and I appreciate the fact that Wiz made a non-expensive shoe.
Yeah.
Anytime that happens, like people that can't really afford like super high end sneakers, it really does them a blessing. And you know, Lil Wayne really did that with Supers too, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
That was another shoe that wasn't too expensive. You can go in the Zoomies and get you some Supers for maybe $60-$70.
Yep. The Chuck Run and Vans, I was like, oh, it's my turn. This is my time to shine right here. When I seen the Vans was on, I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get like 3 pair of those. And I'm straight for a couple months, probably the whole year, honestly.
That was the jerk era.
Yeah.
That's when you had the
everybody. Was that big in North Carolina, Flex?
Yeah, absolutely. I actually
it had to be nationwide, bro.
I'm gonna say if you watch my throwback pics, there's a picture of me and my brother. He's doing that same little thing, and I'm just like, yeah. Nobody had no clue what that meant, bro.
I don't know what it meant.
I mean, you cover your mouth and putting a gun up to your head. I don't think it means it. I don't think it means what we want it to mean. But yeah,
look, the FBI was like, got him.
So got him exactly. Do think though that like what we're talking about now is missing with the kids because it's like, I mean, I know when I was in high school, man, like I worked at Mike's Car Wash. Like I was not making a bunch of money. I was making minimum wage, and like that time of, yo, I can take this little $100 I have and get a $60 pair of shoes and get the video game like Flex was talking about, like that's missing now. And so I think now I see all these kids and they've got the fire sneakers, and I'm happy for them, but at the same time it's like, how is one, right? How is one, but the other one is like, do you appreciate what you got, right? Like, and you know, if you're gonna, you don't have to appreciate them, right? Like they are just sneakers, but you know, if you have everything that you want right now, when you do accomplish something, then what? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I think it's a unique experience being able to go back and talk about the shoes that would probably, if we were in high school right now, would probably get us laughed at. But back then, like, we had to find a way to make it work and, you know, kind of make our own fly at that time.
Yeah. I can't really think of a trend right now that all the kids are doing that they could go back and think like, oh, you remember in 2020 we were doing this, in 2025 we were doing this. Like, I don't really see like that one trend, like everybody wearing Chucks or everybody got their snapbacks on the front, one on the side. You know, I don't really see that. I thought
that would last forever, though. I'm not gonna lie. I thought that would last forever. I thought we'd be doing that. I know. I thought we'd be doing that forever.
Nah, man.
You know what really what's really interesting to me is that, like, it's almost like fashion-wise, the kids are, like, keeping up with the adults nowadays.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying,
the adults like to, and I'm not talking about in terms of, like, dressing like what they wear, but the adults want their kids to have the same shoes they do. Even as a teenager, like y'all said, it's just like, the parent and the kid got on $150 to $300 shoes. It's just like, dang, like, where there's the line is faded. Like, there's really no line anymore between like Morgan said, like, what you have to really work for versus, you know, your parents got on Gucci shoes because they pulled in all the money to be able to do that. But now it's like you're deemed as like neglectful or anything if you don't get your kids the same stuff you got.
Yeah.
Flex, I heard you mention earlier you have a child. I have a 2-year-old, bro. I have one child. She's 2 years old. The first pair of nice shoes that I got her were some what is it? They're Jordans, but they're the flights. They're like lavender, black and white. Man, probably this big a shoe, bro. $75. And I got them for her for Christmas. And when she grew out of them, I tied them together and I put them over my mirror in my car because they're not. I'm not done, bro. I didn't get all my money out of them.
No, I feel it. And
that's what I gotta ask y'all as parents, man. Like, how do you? I'm not gonna say justify because that's not the right word, but like, you know, you want your kids to have the things that they want and need, but at the same time, you also kind of want them to, or I would assume that you want them to also be in some fly stuff. So like, how do you balance that? Like,
I let my daughter decide. I mean, for the first 4 years, man, I was buying Nikes, Jordans. Every time I got a pair, she got a pair. But she had no interest in them. She didn't care. She'd rather get what she wanted, you know. And so I slowed down. And then this year she just started kindergarten today. But like her last year in preschool, she came home and she was like, "Hey, Dad, I want some Nikes like you." And I'm like, "Oh, now you want them? Now you want all the Nikes?" So now now I'm back to, you know, buying the Nikes and Jordans. But again, it's really just, you know, letting her do her own thing. I never bash her or like, "Oh, that ain't fly," or that ain't this, because again, you don't know until you know. You know what I'm saying? So I want her to discover that on her own, and I'm not gonna make her feel like a stranger made me feel when I had my felines on. You know what I'm saying? So if you feel it's hot until you think it's not. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much how I balance it out.
My daughter gets one really nice pair of shoes essentially a year, whether it be for her birthday or Christmas. I might go to Browns or somewhere like that and see if they have anything that, you know, just to kind of pair with a couple really, really like fancy outfits for maybe, you know, a couple months or whenever she grows out of. But right now, I'll tell y'all what shoe brand is really putting on for the kids, and they're affordable and adults, bro. Crocs. Crocs, bro. They're outside shoes. They're inside fancy shoes. You can get whatever color you want. You can customize them with whatever giblets and stuff you want. And it's I hate to say it like this because it really shouldn't matter, but they're a socially acceptable cheap sneaker that anybody can customize however you want to.
Exactly.
I feel that.
That's what she wears right now. She's got every flavor of Crocs because they go with everything.
Plus they don't got shoestrings.
Yeah, that's the other thing. So like I worked at the Foot Locker in Castleton and Greenwood when I was in college, and I remember when it was back to school time, or you know, a kid grew out of some shoes, and parents coming in and saying, "Okay, go pick out the pair you want," and then it would be something that was deemed like not cool, and then the parents would be like, "Nah, you don't want those. Like those are terrible." And so I'm sitting here like I'm observing other parents because I'm like, I'm gonna be a parent one day, I hope. And I'm like, is that normal? It's probably not normal. Like, if my kids want Paw Patrol sneakers and I'm still wearing my Sauconys and Jordans and New Balances, you know, just how to kind of make that work if that's what the kids want.
I feel like that's how you know that can be a learned behavior.
Right. Right.
And it's one of those things where it's like, maybe we need to step back, not completely, but maybe, because I know you don't want your child to get bullied, and they might not like understand, like they like the shoe and then they go, but a learned behavior doesn't even have to be learned from the parents. It could be learned from another kid who learned from their parents, like, right. But it's like, if they do want the Paw Patrols, then they do, and when they won't, they won't. But
you gotta let it happen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you gotta let it happen.
Yep.
Yeah, I try to like feel my daughter out, and because she'll say she wants something, and then I like ask her again. It's kind of like, no, I don't want those. And so like when she says, I gotta like, do you really want these? If you really want these, we can get these. But in the back of my head, I'm like, I don't want you to get these. But if you really want these, we can get these. But most of the time, she's kind of like, nah, I get these, and then she'll settle for a pair like. Her thing right now is the Nike Dunk, and again, it's like you're speaking on a learned behavior. She's looking for the check, the Nike swoosh. So like, she identifies and knows that's Nike. That's cool. So obviously something happened with her in school, and it's like, that's cool, and it's a big Nike sign on the side of it. I want that. Something like a basketball shoe that's got like a little small Nike sign on it. She ain't really feeling that. She want the big.
That's a big one.
Yeah, this is Nike. You know, gotcha. I don't have to tell nobody what these is. These are Nike.
Yeah.
Yeah. They knew what they were doing. That's why they've been out here for years. That's why they're so successful.
Mm-hmm.
That swoosh alone is a status symbol.
Oh yeah.
Easily. Oh yeah. Without a doubt.
Easily.
Another one of my favorite shoes, I don't even have them with me right now. They're upstairs. But another one of my favorite shoes for that very reason is another Cactus Plant Flea Market collaboration. It's the ones with like the tire tread on the bottom.
Yes.
The Air Fleas. The Air Flea.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I need those. I need those bad.
Mm-hmm.
That big, giant, detachable Nike check.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Wherever you want. Bro, that thing look like a batarang. You can probably throw it in it, hit somebody in the head, and come right back around and click on the shoe.
Yeah. Did you get those at Grail too?
Yeah, I did. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I still need a pair of those. Every once in a while, I'll go and like look for a pair, and like the pair that you showed that you're wearing today, and the other ones, like those got a lot of hate until they came out, right? Because now it's like they go crazy. This kind of brings me to my next question. We're gonna kind of shift gears a little bit, but
sure.
If you were to create a tea flavor, right, that was inspired by those Cactus Plant Flea Market kicks that you wore today, what would you start with? What would you do?
So funny enough, I reviewed the questions that you guys asked me, and as soon as I read that question, I was like, holy shit, I just made a tea that goes hand in hand with these shoes.
Yeah.
Like 3 or 4 days ago, I made a green apple kiwi tea.
Okay. Yeah.
And I guess the elements of the kiwi is the texture in the shoes alone. How fuzzy they are. It's similar to kiwi.
Yeah.
Then the green apple because of like just the colors of them. And I don't know, these kind of just have like a sour kind of tart look to them.
Yeah.
In my opinion, like a sour tart kind of fuzzy look. So yeah, definitely like the green apple kiwi tea that I just recently made, I think would resonate with these the best.
Green apple kiwi. Okay. And what would you rate that out of 10?
Man, I would say a high 8.
A high 8?
A high 8, yeah. It almost tasted like the kiwi had just a perfect like sour bite at the end that kiwi has, and then green apple having that sour kind of tanginess to it too, but it's a little bit smoother.
Yeah.
It reminded me of like sour apple candy, like a sour apple flavor, but not artificial. It almost tasted like a green Jolly Rancher type of deal, just between the two of those. And then it had a really nice color to it too.
Yeah, that's the other thing, because I know that there are some teas where it's like if you add some citrus, it'll turn like a different color and stuff like that. It'll turn like purple.
Yeah,
right?
That's butterfly pea flower.
Gotcha. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't have to give away the whole recipe or anything like that, but it's just dehydrated kiwi, dehydrated apple. Was there any sort of tea base that you added?
Yeah, so this one is one of the ones that I have two different types of teas that I make. I have the ones that I just rotate for content. Those are the glasses that you guys see.
Yeah.
And then every month we'll essentially take a popular one of those and turn it into a tea flavor. So this one isn't a dry blend that I sell just yet. It was something that I just made for content.
Yeah.
But it was green tea. It was green apples, and it was kiwi, and green kiwi, and that was it.
It's so simple.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure having a dehydrator isn't simple, but it's
that it's clutch though, man. And it's honestly, I mean, it's pretty simple. I mean, it's got 12 shelves in it. The only thing is the thinness, which I've gotten down at this point, is knowing how thin to mandolin slice the fruit so that it dries out at a decent time. And then making sure that the temperature is right enough to where it pulls the moisture out, but doesn't slowly cook the fruit.
Right. So with my pair that I wore, with the shattered backboards, I'm gonna try and put together like a tea flavor, like try to put together something, and I'm gonna ask you to kind of rate it based on how you think it would taste or why it wouldn't work. All right, or why it would work. Yeah. So I would go black tea with the base. Yeah. Obviously, dehydrated oranges, and then some sort of I don't know. There's maybe like a milk tea or some sort of tea that I can't even explain it, because we used to have this tea that my wife would buy that was like a milk tea almost. You know what I mean? So like, is that a thing? Am I just making this up?
No, that would be that would be fantastic together. And it was funny because I thought of something before you did, just to see how close it would line up. And I was thinking like maybe an orange chai.
Orange chai, yeah, I like chai a lot too. An orange chai.
Black tea is usually the ingredient that they put in chai. It's just a little bit more. It's just a little bit more spiced, and then people add milk to chai all the time. So no, that's literally that'd be up my alley for sure.
Okay, so if so, here's the thing: if somebody says chai tea, they come up to you and say chai tea. Are you correcting them, or are you letting it slide?
I'll let them live. But every time I make a chai, I will always go down under my own video and comment and be like, this is a, what do I say? A gentle and non-stuck-up reminder that chai and tea mean the same thing. Yeah.
It's always, I mean, it's good to educate, right? It's good to educate.
Yeah.
Flex, you want to try yours? You trying to make a tea out of your sneakers?
Yeah, let's go.
Let me see what you got, because I'm kind of interested.
So, as soon as when I hear forest green, I automatically think green tea. So I will go with like green tea as the base. I wouldn't do nothing too crazy. I don't really know what I would add to make it have like that nature taste and not be like, and it still be good. I need help with that one. I'm going green tea. Y'all can figure out the rest.
You know what it needs? Cucumber, brother.
That's
cucumber.
That's
That'd be a nice refreshing iced tea, like a cucumber green tea. Fire.
Yeah, I think that would be really good. A good cucumber tea.
Yeah, definitely.
Minty, man. What is the tea that you've got? Every month you said you rotate a different tea, right? What is the tea for this month? And I want us to try to find a sneaker. So we're going to flip it around. We're going to try to find a sneaker that goes with the tea that you've got for this month.
Yeah. So right now I am drinking a pineapple dragon fruit tea. It's our newest blend.
Okay.
This is what the color of it looks like.
Hold on, let me move my face real quick. Okay.
I got a perfect pair.
Man,
I got a perfect pair.
A lot of that
pair?
comes from the Dragon Fruit.
I'm gonna let Flex go first.
I'm going with.
So first, Minty, do you have a shoe that goes with it? Do you have any idea of a shoe that you might think?
Yeah,
it's such an interesting color.
It's upstairs. Should I run and grab it?
Go grab it, man. Go grab it because Flex is grabbing one too.
Yeah.
Because y'all will be able to tell me a little bit more about this shoe than I even know. Because they sent this shoe to me. And like I said, I'm learning more and more about shoes every day. But I don't even. To be honest with you, I don't even know what they are. I just know they're Jordans.
It's all good. It's all good. We're gonna hook you up. We'll tell you all about them. Flex, did you grab a shoe? You grabbed a shoe that you think is gonna go? Yeah. Oh, you got it. Okay.
Yeah. It came as soon as
that is an interesting color.
I can't believe you missed it. Once you see mine, you be like, yeah.
I know. I'm gonna be annoyed. What brand is it? What brand you got, Flex?
I'm trying to think of what shoe they could have possibly sent him to remind him of. Maybe the Alma Mater 3s.
Jordan?
Maybe Alma Mater 3s.
I was thinking those hot punch 4s.
I think those. Yeah, I think it is because it's a white box.
All right, let me take
Alma Mater. I was right. I told you. Alma Mater. Alma Mater. I told you.
Alma Mater 5s.
Yep.
Yeah, they sent me these a couple weeks ago. I haven't even had a chance to post a picture and say thank you yet.
They just sent them to you? They just showed up at the crib?
Yeah, they asked me what size shoe I wore. They told me that they were coming out with them. They asked me what size shoe I wore, and I told them. They got to my house like 2 days before they released.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's awesome. Was it Alma Mater that reached out to you, or was it Nike and Jordan?
No, I wish it was Nike and Jordan. But for friends of Nike, any friend of Nike is a friend of mine.
Yeah, exactly.
I like it.
All right, Flex, let me see yours.
The soccer.
Oh my god!
I told you. I knew once I showed him, you gonna be like, how could I not think it? Yeah, as soon as you opened your cup, I was like, yeah, that is.
Yeah.
Hey, look at that.
Morgan, that's your whole bag, bro.
That is my bag right there.
Yeah, that
is my bag right there. I don't know how you
missed that one. How didn't went over
register,
your head? Yeah, that's
because those are both perfect shoes for that sneaker for sure.
I knew once he said Jordan, shoes. I was like, Alma Mater has to be because they have that wine colorway going on. I was like, yeah, definitely, yeah.
That burgundy with the white, the white from the cup. Really, I mean, it went perfect with both shoes.
I was going off the metal that you had in your shoe. I mean, in your cup with holding the T.
Oh yeah,
that's why I was going with the matrix here. And then the cranberry, and then that light purple. Yeah. Dang, Morgan, how you missed that one? How you missed that one?
One of my more embarrassing moments of the day. That was tough. That was tough. So, man, we appreciate having you on. Let's get into our showcase sneaker for the day. Just a sneaker that we just want to show off. So, Flex, you want to go first?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've shown this one before, but we was talking about milestones earlier. Whenever I hit a milestone as far as social media, a certain amount of followers or something, I always like make a shoe for myself or buy a shoe. And I think this was my second pair after I reached like maybe, I don't know if it was when I met 1,000 on YouTube or 30,000 on TikTok. I can't remember. But
when you did, or for the Soul Brothers podcast?
Soul Brothers podcast.
Have we hit 1,000 yet?
No, not yet. We're gonna get there though.
Oh, okay.
But it's inspired by the Lightning 4s. And then again, as you can see, it got Flex at the back. And I think the other one has, Flex on that one too. So, that's my showcase shoe.
Those are hard.
101.
Yeah. Did you ever spend any time, Terrell, on Nike ID? Like just customizing shoes that we were never going to buy?
No, but I wish I did, man.
Yeah, I spent a lot of time.
No, but I did used to do that when Chuck Taylor had their
Chuck's
it was the
had it
same
too.
thing.
Yep, I remember those.
Chuck's had it too.
Yeah, I definitely remember that one. What you Morgan?
I brought. This is a fun pair for me. I've been hoping to get these for a while. This is a Brooks collab with Jeff Staple. So Jeff Staple, he did the pigeon dunk. That's what he's most famous for, or most recognizable for. But this is a Brooks collab and Staple on like the GTS, Adrenaline GTS or GT5 or something like that. And this is a pair that when they came out, I'm really interested in sneakers, like people doing new things in sneakers. I was Minty. I was a Jordan head for a very, very long time, and now it's whenever people are doing interesting things, like I want to be a part of it. And so I finally picked these up. I love the colors: the pink, the black, the white, the gray, and then it's got Staple on this little lace ribbon thing, and then of course it's got that pigeon on the tongue. So
I thought you already had those.
No, remember KJ had them.
Okay.
Yep, KJ had them. So this is what I brought today.
Those are fun. That pink really pops out.
It does. Oh yeah. When I was in high school, man, like it was like the real men wear pink, like that time, like polo from Hollister or something like that.
Yeah.
And so that was a time. Minty, what'd you bring, man?
I'm telling you right now, bro, there is a T-Mobile employee who that is their favorite shoe right now.
Oh yeah. Bro, you can't go past the T-Mobile store anymore, bro, without like you have to look.
Yeah.
Like something's going on.
Mm-hmm. You're right, bro. There's always some shit going on in there.
Yeah.
I brought these, bro. It's another collaboration with Nike Air Forces. This is a collaboration with Ambush.
Yeah.
So I found these at a kind of like a consignment shop in New York.
Uh-huh.
I was either in New York or LA when I picked these up, but I love going to like any place that's like densely populated cities that are high in fashion and going into like their resale shops where they like resell like the Rick Owens and all, because everybody's looking at the resold Ricks or Balenciagas, but nobody's paying attention to like the $100 shelf or $100 rack or $70 rack that they have over there. So I just appreciate the fact that the leather is actual like genuine leather, and I think the more they kind of crack around the toes and stuff, the more like the better they look. And then what really gets me is like the swoosh kind of going over a little bit, like when you wear like a good pair of like jeans, like the way they stack and like catch right on there, it really gets a lot of people's attention. They're like, oh wow, that check goes overboard. So
those are awesome.
Right on. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, those are awesome. Ambush does a lot of really. I mean, that's another company that, or a collaborator, I guess, that does a lot of really interesting things with Nike. So those are awesome. So Minty, man, we appreciate having you on. Like, what is next? Like, what's going on with you? Like, where can people find you? Like, give us all the updates, man.
Yeah. So right now, we're getting ready to continue our live studio audience series. We had our first pilot episode about 3 weeks ago. I'm just waiting to get everything edited and finalized and get my YouTube page really up and running. So once again, my live studio audience show is really the next goal for me to focus on. We're going to have about 15 to 20 people come into a beautiful location in downtown Indianapolis. It's got a bar area. It just reminds me so much of my own tea shop. It's got a bar area with all the shelves and stuff behind it. And so we set it up and make it essentially look like my cozy little corner down here. We have 10 to 15 people that sit out. We have like charcuterie buffets and so on. And people will just sit while I make one tea for everyone and answer frequently asked questions, talk about what got me into my love for tea, the health benefits of the herbs I'm using, and then I essentially go around and pour everyone their own cup. So it's a meet and greet, it's a tasting, and it's also kind of like the Emerald or Rachel Ray, where it's a live studio audience cooking show, but it's with me making my tea. So ironically enough, when I clicked onto this session with you guys, I seen it was called "What's the Tea," and that's the name of the series. No way! It's called "What's the Tea."
I like
we
it.
Gotta change the name of the episode.
Yeah. So, that's the next thing for me. My ultimate goal with what's going on is to get a major distribution deal with someone who doesn't want to change the integrity of our ingredients.
Right.
We've had a couple reach outs before, but I want to make sure that we're not using flavored powders or flavored concentrates or anything. Not adding any sugars to the tea until it gets to the customer who wants to sweeten it themselves, and so on. So getting a major distributor in which I'm still the face of, and then whatever my next chapter would be after that, I look forward to, but I'm not necessarily too sure of what it is yet. My goal within the next 5 years, once my daughter gets a little bit more older and just a little bit more independent, I do plan on opening an actual brick and mortar establishment where I can make tea for people. But I just want to make sure, especially when you open up a new place, I know I would have to be there every single day, probably for the first year or so.
Yeah.
And so just to make sure that I'm just kind of collecting my eggs for different baskets, and that's one of them is actually having my own brick and mortar. And then lastly, besides doing my YouTube, I would like to just delve into being a little bit more of like an influencer, being out in the city, because I stay in the house, y'all. I'd be outside, but like not really like that. So I would like to be out in a few more events and so on, whether I'm just being there as a presence or popping up a table and selling tea to people or giving people a tea experience. It's just one of those things where right now I'm kind of playing by ear. I'm praying, keeping myself humble, and I don't believe in opportunities just freely falling in my lap. But with the things that I'm already working towards and staying consistent with, I'm just waiting to see what exactly is gonna open up. So I'm excited, and then there's several collaborations with different really awesome people that I'm looking forward to do. I've spoken to ASAP Ferg about a few things. Me and Anwar Carrots. He's a good friend of mine. He sent me some stuff before I sent him. I had to send him the carrot cake tea when it came out.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And we've discussed. And this is just between me and everybody watching and you guys.
Yeah.
Once it comes out. But we've talked about potentially doing some stuff together. There's a couple musical artists that I'd like to involve in an interview series one way or another. So with what's going on with making tea and being an influencer kind of in the lane that I'm in, there's several different branches of things that can go on. I'm just waiting for all of the opportune time for these things.
Yeah.
No,
well, I can tell you the Minty brand and you as a person, like it's hard to see it not working out. The positivity, people like tea. Or people are interested in trying something new. So I just, I think whatever you do is going to work out. And as far as like being outside, like, when you saw me at Castleton, man, like I don't go outside, and like so it's like those. I understand that. You going to Butter? You going to Butter at all?
Yes, I'm going to go to Butter.
Okay. Did you go last year? I think we talked about it. I just can't remember.
So I had stuff there. They contacted me and got some stuff in bulk to have there. I was not there, however.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, maybe I'll see you at Butter, man. That's something that me and my wife we go to. So
I'm planning on really like I love my house and my bed and shit so much, y'all.
I know.
And I was already. I guess this is the thing for me is I have been like blessed with such an opportunity that I've got to shift out of certain comfort zones in order to really embrace everything going on. Because I don't want to like bury my talents or make it seem like I'm not appreciative of what's going on. So that's really the biggest chapter for me, is because for me, if I was still at Costco right now, I would still be so perfectly happy with my life and what was going on.
Right.
But because God sees bigger opportunities for what I'm supposed to be doing, it's like I've got to get up a little bit more. So that's really the biggest thing for me. I say this to my friends. This will be the first time I've ever said it live or publicly, is that I feel like the Andre 3000 of content creation.
Yeah. I can see that.
I don't really like. I feel like people almost. I won't even say people. It was chosen for me a little bit more than I chose it for myself, and so there's several elements that I do like about it. But then there's some things that I'm like, do I have to like? So in this context, like I'm an influencer, but it's almost kind of like being like an anti-influencer. Yeah. And that's why like I take weekends off to chill with my daughter. Like
absolutely,
I just stuff like that. Like I hate the fact that like we have to post every single day, and whether you cut hair or sell freaking mixed drinks with the suckers on top and stuff, you have to make. I don't necessarily care for the fact that no matter, and I only say this now that I'm stepping into like business and entrepreneurship as well. It's like, man, you have to you got to check every single box. If you make any kind of content at all, you have to check every single box. You have to post every day. If there's a trend going on, you got to do it. I had to make it was fun. I enjoyed doing it, but I made a strawberry Dubai chocolate tea. If that trend wasn't going on, I wouldn't make nothing like that. It was good. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. It was excellent, like an excellent dessert tea, but stuff like that is like, in order to even have business, you almost have to exist on not just the internet, but social media nowadays. And I don't really, I wish I could post when I wanted to and still, but it's like now we're not in the wild west of content creation anymore. There are guidelines, there's algorithms, and like, not only that, but there's hundreds of times more people than there was a couple years ago, and everybody's just as hungry as you are.
Yep,
exactly.
Everybody's just as hungry. And so when I wake up in the morning and I want to roll over and go back to sleep, I'm like, dude, it's somebody who's already up, and they're hungrier than you right now. You got to get up, bro.
Yeah, man. We appreciate you hopping on, man, taking time out your day. Like Morgan said, I don't see why you wouldn't be even more successful than you are now. Me as a person, I pay attention to the small things, and just the simple fact that you try to get the energy right before we got into recording. That tells me a lot about you and how you move. So again, we appreciate you hopping on. Any closing remarks, Morgan?
No, man, of course. Like, thank you for hopping on. We appreciate you taking time out of the day. I've gotta try some of your tea. So we will link. Give us the links to like where you sell the tea at. Like any links you want us to put in the show notes. In the bio, we'll put them in there for sure.
Absolutely.
So,
man, please have me back on, guys. This was a lot.
Absolutely.
And then,
for sure.
Morgan, what you can do if you want, you can come over here and make a tea with me, and we can still talk shoes. You can bring like 3 or 4 pairs of shoes.
I like it.
And we could do like a part 2 where both of us are in one camera. And then Flex, even if you ever want to travel, bro, just really whatever have you. But like I said, the studio's right here. I definitely trust both of y'all to step into the house. And
that means a lot, man.
Like I said, Morgan, with you being in the city, if you ever want to come by and we do the part 2 here where we make a tea together, I think that would be mutually beneficial for the three of us.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that would be awesome, man. Thank you.
I like that.
For sure. That would be a lot of fun.
Soul Brothers Tea. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it, man. But as I always say, guys, love, peace, and sneakers. I should have said tea.